Okay, then I need you to lay that out for me. So if they do what, it means they want this, and if they do the opposite, it means they want what?
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, if they pause, that means that they're willing to perhaps let inflation go higher domestically than they would like, although I would contend they don't actually have the tools to fight inflation because they can't print oil and they can't print labor and they can't print food. But they're saying we're going to, kind of make sure that the domestic economy doesn't fall into a deeper and crazier recession, and that we don't have this global recession and we don't let the entire globe fall apart. If they continue to push, then they know that they're going to have to deal with this potential currency crisis and with this liquidity crisis in the treasury market. And that signals to me that that's something they want to happen, and that they have, as I mentioned, some other plan. They know they can't deal with the huge amount of debt and the continued government running of deficits. And so they're going to use it as an excuse to have some sort of a financial reset. And perhaps, that's one way that they usher in more Fed and more government control through a central bank digital currency.
A central bank digital currency. Okay, well, that actually sounds like a nightmare from hell for me, but for people who don't quite understand why that would be so bad, Carol, would you please elaborate?
Yes. So as much as the Fed and the Treasury has some control over the money supply, they're not able to fully track and control what once a dollar is in your hand, they can't really track and control what you do with it. But if it's digital, they absolutely can, and they can take it to the extent that China has done, where they can cut you off from your supply of it, they can program it, and they can use it as a way to basically enact social credit. Oh, Jesse, you've had too many hamburgers this week. We're not going to let you go and buy another hamburger. We're going to basically cut that off. And so it basically further centralizes control of the money supply. It is the absolute worst possible thing for economic freedom. By the way, one of the things that people who believe in cryptocurrencies are trying to fight against, although again they're fighting against the government that has all of the power and all of the nuclear weapons in the army and military and all that kind of stuff too. But it is a nightmare, and it's one of those things that they're trying to confuse people about. They're trying to make it sound like a crypto, which is decentralized, but it's the opposite. It's completely centralized. It will be the loss of all of our freedoms. So we have to keep fighting on that.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, Che Guevara, the latest episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.